there's always two sides to a coin, and the coin in this instance for me is temptation and what you do after temptation if you happen to fall for it. So, yeah, we're back again with another weird analogy, and we'll get into explain that in just a second. But welcome back to the series. Welcome back to the transformation videos. We're on day almost 80 at this point. Oh my gosh, we're making our way through, and kind of insane to see the progress we've been making so far. So thank you for stopping in. And without further ado, let's get into all of today and what happened and talk about what the plan is for the weekend. So I spoke of temptation. I spoke of what to do after temptation, and that is how I'm starting the video off because, yes, I fell for temptation today, and I found out what to do after the fact. So we'll get to that in just a second, but we'll start at the beginning of the day. The temptation is at the end of the day, so I'm going to keep you with me until we get there, so sorry about that. But welcome to the story of today. Yesterday talked about it. I'm going to sleep until I just wake up. No alarm needed. And that's definitely what I did last night. Woke up at 12:30 today, and that felt really good. I felt like I had a little yawn mid-sentence. I thought I could get the words out. No, I could not. So, yeah, woke up at 12:30 and felt so much better than I have so far this week. Going through a lot of less sleep days, less sleep nights. Nights with little sleep, I guess is the better way to put it, throughout the week. And today was able to get that sleep in that I've been, I'm gonna say my body's been craving for a little bit. So yeah, woke up around 12:30 and was working at home for the next 4 or so hours until I went into work. Again, with working from home, the perk is I can eat a little food before going into work because I didn't get done with work until around 10 tonight. So that's what we did. A lot of work at home. Finished up some of my meal prep that I've been eating the last couple days. I've talked about it over and over, so I'm not going to repeat it again today. But some good meals that I've been enjoying, super high in protein. And yeah, got into work and got done around 9:30. Not too eventful on the day, a stressful day. 5 more matches again tonight that we had to broadcast, and those nights are chaos for me. But got through, had some fun with it, and that's where we sat. So getting done around 10 o'clock tonight is a problem for two things. One, it's Friday, so there's no gyms open at 10 o'clock, and I woke up late and had to work throughout the day, so there was no gym time for me. But there's cardio listed on this video. We'll get to that in a second, so don't you worry. But yeah, wasn't able to get in the gym, so ended up just staying at work and just hanging out with a coworker and some students, just talking, having some laughs, and I got hungry along with everyone else, and that's where the temptations flew in, and it got me. The all faithful, let's get Taco Bell, and sit around, watch some March Madness, and just have fun hit. And I was really hungry, and I'm like, dang, that sounds really good right now. And I fell for it. Ended up getting some Taco Bell, and fast food is killer when you're trying to stay on a diet and trying to lose weight. And I was very disappointed in the decision that I made as soon as I made it. So it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but that's where we talk about temptation and then what we do after. I had my food. Granted, I didn't go so far, like super hard of getting all the sugary, crappy stuff. I didn't get the cinnamon twists or the nachos and fake cheese, any of that. So I stuck to a little bit better on the list of food, but granted, it's Taco Bell. It's not good for you either way. There's so much sodium and fat and crap in there, and that's where we're sitting at. So yeah, was still there hanging out watching basketball until around midnight. For reference, it's 3 a.m. right now, and my sleep schedule is gone, tarnished. I think that's part of waking up as late as I did, and part of not wanting to deal with the decisions that I made and deal with it in a good way. So the dealing with it in a good way for me was getting my cardio in for today and getting, which I will look at my watch, 6,500 steps in this morning. When you're tracking your health on your Apple Watch, if you have an Apple Watch, it resets at midnight. And obviously, I didn't get 6,000 steps by just doing circles in my room. That's not how that, that's not how that works. So I ended up getting home and I'm like, okay, we made a poor decision. I can go to bed with that poor decision and take the hit more so on the chin and be like, dang, that's just stupid and it's going to cost me some progress. Or it can cost me less progress and I can do something about it. I can make up in a way for the poor decision that I made. And granted, it's not fully making up for it because I didn't go to the gym in the day and I need to get some workout in. So I'm not making up for it in total. I'm making up for a whole day of not the greatest decisions ever. So went outside and just walked for about an hour, hour 15. Listening to a podcast, watching some videos on my phone, listening to some music, whatever it may be, just passing the time and doing some walks. A little bit of jogging there, but Taco Bell is hitting and I don't want to jog because I'm going to crap my pants. There's no light way of putting it. My body's not happy with the decision I made. My bathroom isn't either. So, yeah, doing a lot of cardio there. I'm taking a little bit of time in between some of the laps to do a couple push-ups, some squats, stuff like that. So I'm getting a little more overall body work into it. But yeah, that is the talk of temptation versus making a decision after. That's what I did. And temptation's always going to be there. You're not always going to make the best decisions ever. And you're going to have to pay for some of those decisions sometimes. And you can either, I don't know a better way of putting it, like man up is the term I'm going to use. It's not the correct term for it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I have to take it on the chin of like, okay, I made this poor decision, and it could be in anything. It could be I had a bad meal, I skipped the gym, I didn't get my steps in, I didn't do this, or I made a decision to do something that's not as good for me as this is. Did I go out and have some drinks when I could, like, did I have the most calorific drink ever, super fruity, sugary crap, or did I just suck it up and have a vodka soda for my night? Like, how do you balance those decisions, and what do you do to make up for them? Has been a big target of mine in my head, and today is just realizing that you have to pay for your choices. Like, if you make a choice, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to make progress, if you want to see progress, if you want to do better, you're going to have to pay for it. It's just like in life. If I hit a wall with my car, I'm going to have to pay for that stupid decision. If I knock something over and break it, even though I didn't mean to, I made a decision that put me in that scenario, I have to pay for it. That's a very big life lesson that took me way too long to learn, is that when you don't mean to do something, and something you do is indirect, you still have to pay for it. If I caused somebody else an inconvenience, I have to pay for that. Even though I didn't understand that it was going to happen, I still did it, intentional or not. Granted, there are much more intentional things like this. So, yeah, taking those life lessons on the chin and learning that and trying to be a better version of myself, which is what I preach. So, yeah, that was today. That's what that all looked like. Tonight was a little bit of a motivation bump for me, honestly. Sometimes it takes making a mistake to find motivation. Sometimes it takes a screw up to build off of that. You improve the most from the biggest mistakes that you make, is my experience in life. I can't improve off of doing something well. Like if I don't know, if I go to the golf course and I shoot perfectly all the time, like I'm not going to get better. If I shank the heck out of my drive, I made a mistake. I can improve on that. Why am I doing that wrong? If you know what I'm saying? Another weird analogy to put it, but making improvements off of mistakes. And I feel like finding motivation off of my mistakes was the big thing for tonight. Definitely a little bit of a fire in myself to push more and do better. I've been feeling really good recently. I feel thinner. I feel lighter. I fit into clothes I didn't fit in before. This hoodie like has slack to it. Like I used to be like sitting here like this hoodie was like fully around me. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. It's one of my favorite hoodies. It says it's okay to not be okay. I got it at Plato's Closet, and I think that's a really fun message. But like I didn't fit in this 2 months ago, and now I fit into it. I feel skinnier on a day-to-day basis. Just reflecting on that and being like, okay, you're doing great, you're doing good. Your journey's still going ahead, and I don't know. I got the idea of abs in my brain. It's like, okay, summer's coming up. I'm planning trips with friends. It'd be really cool if I walked into a friend's house and had some abs or was super skinny comparatively. I'm not going to have six-pack washboard abs. That's not possible. I'd have to lose God knows how much more weight. Let's look at how much body fat I am right now, and then we can go off of that math. So going into the fitness app, which I can't remember the name of it. It's just Fit Index. I can look at my body fat. I'm 40% body fats. We're down 7% body fat, well, 7.3% body fat since the start of this journey, which is awesome. We're down a lot of body fat, but you don't see abs until, like good abs, until like around 12% body fat, 12 to 15%, I think, is around there. I'm 40%. We got a lot to lose. Where's my fat mass? It's in here somewhere, right? It's not exactly in here, but like my body weight is 180 with no fat. So I'm probably going to have to be around 200, 210. I feel like, I don't know how the math works on that, exactly what 12% is in terms of weight, but I'm going to have to be well under 230 pounds, which is still 70 pounds away. And losing that in like 3 months, that's not going to happen unless I do really unhealthy ways of going around this. Granted, it could happen if I just do things well, if I really stick to the grind. Maybe it just starts dropping off. You never know. So, yeah, the idea of being skinny and going to my family vacation and having, like, being skinny around family is something that they haven't seen in years. And I say skinny lightly. I've never been the thin kid. I've always been the chubby kid. I've never had abs. I've never had visible, like, muscle mass. So, yeah, like getting images like that in my brain kind of kick me in the butt for some motivation. I had a dream last night of having abs. Stuff like that just sticks with you. It's the thing that you want, not want the most, but it's something you really want. And for me, when I really want something, I go get it. So just got to put my nose to the grindstone and get working. I mentioned that I want to do 75 hard and get into a more strict, intensive diet. I'm probably going to be doing that this weekend. I kind of told myself off with the Taco Bell thing. I'm like, okay, you want to do like a 75 hard, just get that one last cheat meal in. You haven't had a cheat meal in a while. I said it going through the drive-thru with a buddy. I'm like, you haven't had a cheat meal in a while? Like, I haven't had a cheat meal in a while. I can just get one right now. Who cares? Stupid thing to say. Stupid way to think. Cheat meals are dumb. I mean, take your cheat meals. If you're a person that needs a cheat meal, take a cheat meal. I think it's stupid. I feel like you don't need it. It's just a temporary happiness. So, yeah, no, a lot of yapping for today, so I apologize there. This video is getting a little long, but that's where I'm at right now. That's the purpose of this series. It's a log of my life and my thoughts and my decisions. Sorry I hit my mic if you heard that. I apologize. So that you can go along with me, or I can watch it back and realize, like, hey, I had these struggles around this time. Let me look at the videos and see where my mindset is and how I can be better at it. So, yeah, that's where we're sitting at right now, and I think that's where we'll wrap things up for today. This weekend, who knows what it'll hold. I want to try to get out for some golf tomorrow, but the weather's not looking too great, so we'll see. Either way, I'm getting to the gym. Might try to get some tennis in with a buddy. So, yeah, without further ado, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for all the support. It's been amazing, and I will see you in the next video. But before we go there, don't forget to be a better version of yourself tomorrow. Push to make decisions that tomorrow you will be happy with, improving yourself as much as possible in those days, making yourself a better person, and I'll see you in the next video.